Chapter 18. Local Government Law. A Board of Variance is a board established by municipalities to determine whether a zoning bylaw creates undue hardships on property owners. Which one of the following is not a rationale for government regulation of land use? Limiting the power of land developers. Listed below is one of the most important powers given to municipal councils in regulating the subdivision of land. Identify it. They may require that highways of a prescribed standard be provided as well as street lighting and underground wiring. Which answer most accurately describes an official community plan? An official community plan states the objectives and policies of a local government that guide future decisions on planning and land use management, which represents the longer-term vision for the community. Most zoning bylaws include density restrictions. Which of the following is not a method of measuring density? Prescribing the maximum lot area per dwelling. Your client, Bard, is a developer who owns land in an area zoned for single-family residences. He wants to subdivide his 2.5-acre lot and build two 24-unit condominium projects on the land. Bard seeks your expert advice about how to overcome the land use bylaw obstacles that could prohibit the land development. You correctly advise Bard that a public hearing must be held by the municipal council prior to a change in the permitted land use or density under a zoning bylaw. Which of the following topics would not be found on an official community plan? The location, amount, type, and density of residential development required to meet anticipated housing needs over the next year. Which of the following is not within the powers granted to the Agricultural Land Commission under the Agricultural Land Commission Act? The ability to expropriate land and add it to the Agricultural Land Reserve. Which of the following is not an example of an issue that could be addressed by a zoning bylaw? The development and operation of airports. Before adopting, amending, or repealing a zoning bylaw, a municipal council, as a matter of policy, will hold a public hearing. The Local Government Act creates 3 different levels of local law. Which of the following is not one of these levels of local law? Local Enterprise Zone. Which of the following is not a part of a standard zoning bylaw? A consolidation of all amendments to the bylaw adopted up until the time of consolidation. Which of the following is an example of a legal nonconforming use? A long-established factory in an area that has just been rezoned from industrial to residential. A property owner is making an application to the municipal council to amend a zoning bylaw. Which of the following steps is not a part of the rezoning process? According to the Local Government Act, the municipal council must wait at least 6 months before approving the amendment. Jake has owned an industrial toxic waste disposal plant in Vancouver for a number of years. The area in which the plant is located was rezoned 1 year ago, and the applicable zoning bylaws do not permit a waste disposal land use. The residents of Vancouver are lobbying the city council to close down the plant. Which of the following statements is true? The plant is a legal nonconforming use of the land that may continue indefinitely. A board of variance is a board established to permit a minor deviation from a zoning bylaw for an individual property owner. Which one of the following is not an activity of a board of variance? To amend a zoning bylaw. Which of the following statements concerning government regulations of privately owned land is true? Local governments derive their powers to regulate privately owned land use from the provincial government and may only exercise the specific powers delegated to them. Which of the following functions can a zoning bylaw perform? 1. It can divide the whole or a portion of the area into zones. 2. It can regulate the use of land. 3. It can regulate the number of buildings on a lot. The correct answer is, a zoning bylaw may do all of the above. The Local Government Act permits a council to enact certain bylaws relevant to planning. Which of the following areas is not regulated by local government? Airports.